Oh yeah, baby dolls, welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. The first thing we're going to have to do is absolutely crank it. Now, BTC, the red emoji of doom, because we really haven't gone anywhere, have you? And of course, what we're going to do is start on that monthly candle, still hanging around the same price level. Is it good or is it bad? Most of the times, this is good, friends, because you are settling around the green monthly candle. That's actually pretty juicy. We have plenty more upside to go. There's obviously a lot of concerns about if we're going to have a 4-year cycle or we're going to extend. Too much anxiety, don't worry about it. Here is the price of Ethereum, still at 3,700. Once it's able to cross that $4,000 zone, we're in the party time. And of course, it is always possible for us to reject and come all the way down here. It is possible, though unlikely. I'm not playing for such a move here just because we've had so many attempts at breaking through this level. I think it's clear skies once we do get there. And now, baby dolls, what I want to show you is this daily SuperTrend chart from BTC. And what's actually most fascinating about this is we're pretty much going nowhere. And jams win. Jams win. Currently attacked by the Matrix. Jams win is hyper-focusing on this chart. And it's even funnier if you go down to this tiny time frame. He was calling for like a major dump here. And when you go and check out the percentage performance, it's like 3%. It really makes me think, friends, he's not PsyOps. The whole account is not PsyOps. Who changes their mind every 24 hours? You know, markets are chaotic and random, especially over a 2% Bitcoin move. But I guess we'll find out more about that later. Checking out that Bitcoin dominance, still hanging around 61%. We have a long way to go. We are nowhere near a danger zone for anybody who is short Bitcoin dominance, which means you're overweight altcoins. Everybody still in here has to be unwound. How's that going to happen? We don't know. Is it going to be Bitcoin treasury companies? Maybe. That could also happen in the bear market. Is it just going to be companies randomly rotating Bitcoin to Ethereum? You never know that too. Trying to guess the narrative, very, very, very tough. Waste of time. You'd never get there. The most important part is the concept of strong hands and weak hands. All the strong hands are in altcoins. You've been offside for 4.5 years. They're all down. They're not reacting up. There's only strong hands left. And it's the opposite for Bitcoin. Now, of course, everyone wants to know, where is the Bitcoin stock price prediction going in this cycle? A giant macro fib puts us 100K for the first fib. We hit there and we stalled out. The next one is 150. We might hit there as well and stall out. That's possible. But then what? Well, after this point, no man's land. I mean, there will be many 4-year cyclists saying we have run to the end of the road and it's over. However, believers cycle will believe that when we go up here, maybe there's a test, but something is going to take us up higher. I don't know what it is, but something is programmed in the universe. And for that, we have no idea what it would be. We just have to believe and hold. So these squiggly lines, friends, if we do follow the 2017 structure, when Donald Trump was in, it would be a ping to 150, pong back, a super ping to 200. And then, I mean, in 2017, it went all the way up here before it came back down and went up higher. So we don't know, all right? Ultimately, though, we're still early. That's what counts. Something cool I also wanted to show you. Look at the S&P 500, the stock market, new all-time highs. This deserves a double tick. This is exactly what we want to see for altcoins, crypto. The whole industry is moving forward because the traffic lights are green for the rest of the world. Macro is great. We're looking for interest rates, even though we probably don't need some. I hope we get them, but everything seems to be going fantastic. This is my friend Carlin Talks Crypto, and this is the Tether market cap put next to everything else. Tether is up to 163 billion market cap, and global M2 is still rising, which is going to be interesting because, as a friendly reminder, friends, when the end of the bull market comes, the correlation between Bitcoin and altcoins and global M2 will pretty much blow up. That's what happens towards the end. That's the positive flywheel effect. Remember I told you, when business ISM goes down, they start printing money. And then eventually there's a positive flywheel. Now, our positive flywheel hasn't started after 32 months of the business cycle being pooped, but hopefully that changes soon. Now, what's going on with PulseChain core coin prices? Still nothing much to report. The core coins have started going up. PDI, PWBTC down 10%. Doesn't really matter. We have a long way to go. Most of this stuff will probably kick into overdrive above $4,000 ETH. But that point of inflection, we've been guessing it for a very long time. And it's been very hard to guess. And while we're here, friends, let's look at the PulseChain core coin prices. This is the PLS price. We are still way below SAC price. But hopefully this little turn up is going to continue higher and fulfill our dreams. Pretty much it's the same chart for everything else. This is PulseX doing a multi-rounded bottom, and I am praying that we go to the highest fib, which should be all the way up here to about 5x SAC price. None of this is financial advice as well. You don't know, friends, especially when it comes to macro. And now if we quickly check out the SOL-eth ratio as well, friends. I want to be wanting to track this every day. Very interesting. It is rejecting down on that weekly as well. So as you can see, everything that happened with Soylana, there's adoption, there's wallets. Every mainstream KOL is talking about it. But at the end of the day, it depends what the market has priced in. The market has priced in perfection, but maybe it will get blindsided by this stablecoin super cycle. So we'll see. Now, as we traverse this very quiet weekend, friends, this is the total crypto market cap. Remember, I show this to you every single day because it's a good macro scope, make a macro look at where we are actually going. So when people say the cycle is over anywhere here, I say probably not, man. Like, it's only 3 to 4 trillion market cap. We're trying to manifest 10 trillion. Look at the other comparisons. Stocks, 150 trillion. Gold, 20 trillion. Bonds, 200 trillion. Property, 200 trillion. Cash, 90 trillion. As you can see, crypto is tiny. So if we can capture just a couple of percentage points of people who hold those and who want to take a hedge in Bitcoin, we can reprice much higher than today. So now it's time to crack on to some juicy news. What's happening here in Arizona? Check this out, friends. This is wild, actually. An Arizona woman gets 8.5 years for helping North Koreans pose as remote workers in a $17 million fraud. So all over crypto industry, many Asian workers trying to apply on LinkedIn, DeFi projects, crypto projects. A lot of them are actually North Koreans. And the only way to filter them out is to get them to publicly defame Kim Jong-un. That's the only way it works. They'll block you and they'll just run away straight away. So this woman was complicit in helping. Now, what I've also shown you this is very important. Do you remember that exchange, friends? I think a Brazilian exchange. One of the workers, he was bribed by one of the scammers. $2,700. He gave them access to their back server. And the scammers stole 400 million. You see? So if you're on an exchange, your biggest risk is not the CEO. They run the business. They make money. They don't want a rug. Your biggest risk most of the time is the people they employ. Someone's going through a tough time. Someone wants to make extra money. Someone cheated the low. And they get seeked out by these scammers. They find out who they are through their own methods. And then they'll say, you know, how much is it going to take to just give us the login? We won't do anything, I promise. We'll just give us a login. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's peanuts. But it ends up working out. That's why, not your keys, not your coins. You have to keep it on your hardware wallet. Cracking on as well, friends. A NASDAQ-listed BitDigital plans to raise share capital to $1 billion to fund more meth purchases. Very interesting. As soon as that ETH BTC ratio starts ticking up, people are starting to say, you know what? ETH's cool. ETH's cool. Which is exactly what I've been saying since the start, friends. A lot of these Bitcoin maxis, they're not actually real believers. They believe in a green candle. As long as Bitcoin dominance had been going up, they're bullish. Once this thing happens, you're going to see them take a completely different outlook when it comes to anything in crypto, which is going to be big beneficial for us. Cracking on as well, friends. Cypherpunk legend Adam Backshot says every altcoin is going to zero. None of them. Never owned one. They're all going to zero. Now, of course, friends, he's a Bitcoin maxi. Just to let you know, Adam Backshot, friends. Adam Backshot, he was given the keys to the kingdom from Satoshi himself. So Satoshi actually handed over, I don't even know how it works, admin keys to Bitcoin to change the code, which is quite fascinating, right? But then Adam Backshot ended up betraying the Bitcoin community. He ended up wanting to take it like a weird, I think, CIA or centralized route, and everyone hated him for it. So it's kind of funny how that ends up working out. Maybe he's changed his ways. I'm not sure. I am strongly disagreeing with this, though. Altcoins are the infrastructure of Bitcoin. Very simple questions I want to ask you. Do you think the world is going more digital or less? Obviously, more digital. Yeah. How we talk, social media, the music you listen to, you know, online conferences, chatting with friends, gaming. Everything is becoming more digital. Our money now, crypto, everything's becoming more digital. So for you to think that it all stops with Bitcoin, man, you're making a very dangerous assumption. Like, you really think people aren't ever going to invent anything else on altcoins. And that's a brave call, man. And to be honest, I wouldn't even call it brave. It's just like, you've got Bitcoin maxi positions, maybe you got 10,000 plus BTC. It is what it is. Rockenegro's head of digital assets leaves the company to join second biggest Ethereum treasury company, Sharp Stink Gaming. Wow. So we are seeing defections around from everywhere else, because a lot of these institutions, they're hunting yield and alpha for one cycle. So if they think Ethereum is going to be faster, they're going to be rotating in. I hope I pumped our bag soon. JP Morgan says crypto stablecoins will be integrated with the traditional financial system, as well as more tokenization of real-world assets. Now, as you know here, JP Mosquito is a bug-eater bank who eats bugs all day, but stablecoin supercycle, it's confirming every single day. Every single day you watch Juicy News, there is something to do with stablecoin supercycle. Every country in the world wants to get in. And it's so simple why. It's because they find new demand for their fiat, which means they can get access to more bank account money, which is backing that, and then they can go buy their own treasury bonds, which is exactly how governments work. So friends, overall, as you've been noticing, this whole weekend, we're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. 4.5 years. When are we finally going to go up? Well, you know, friends, I think it was very telling when Donald Pump met up with Major Loser and really tried to intimidate him and told him to lower the rates. Donald wants a pump. The economy wants a pump. Everyone wants a pump. All over. And it's mostly because after zombie virus, we got crushed. So it's been like a lot of pain for a long time. And I think everybody just wants to get a sense of winning again. I have a wonderful post here, special mention, decentralized me. Look at this. It looks like there's a new secret layer 2 chain on PulseChain. No chain ID, no scanner access, only visible to those inside the circle. It's been quietly in development for over 150 days. The architect? P-Dong! Scam Long Dong, huh? You dirty little devil. Well. So the 5996 wallet, which is rumored Richard Hart, aka P-Dong, took over Arbitrum's codebase and built a private roll-up on PulseChain. Now, why does this matter? Because this layer 2 could handle all the dirty work needed to restore the PDI peg, then simply report it back to the PulseChain Layer 1, high-speed DeFi playground, instant bridging of assets, messages and liquidity, batches activity, posts, clean settlements, snapshots to L1. All the arbitrage loops, burns and lending gymnastics happen on this layer 2 to achieve the peg. Then, with a flick of a switch, PDI to $1. Wow! Makes me think back to the pricing glitch we had earlier this year. Very interesting. So, is this more conspiracy stuff out here? I don't know. But that's actually very exciting for the chain. I just want a special juicy news update for you as well. We are about 3 weeks from the 200,000 or 400,000 addresses that will be receiving electronic gifts from a Richard Hart marketing. Now, one of you baby dolls asked which addresses they're going to get. I think what they do is they look up the highest net worth suburbs in America. And so those are the ones who are targeted with this. So we don't know what's in it. We'll see. Now, friends, you're probably wondering something, right? This is the Others USD chart. The green box is a traditional 4-year cycle pump. It's meant to be the euphoria year. Our one, bad. Okay, every other cycle, up only. 2013, 2017, 2021, up only, okay? Even in 2013, the chart doesn't go back this far. If you just measured it by Bitcoin and those poopy altcoins, the few ones available, it was the same thing, okay? We got cucked. In our cycle, we didn't get up only. We got down only, okay? So what does that mean? Does that mean, look, there's two things that could mean. We got to talk about this. Number one, extended cycle. That's very possible. Okay. Number two, it could mean that instead of 2 alt seasons, you get one hyper aggressive long one. Instead of running for 6 months, it runs for 7 months in a row. Now, you're probably wondering, what's the difference between that, right? Big difference. After 6 green monthly candles, the people participating in the 7th push things up very far. Like another 2x. And you might say, oh, that's not much. Yeah, it is, man. That could be the difference between your coin being up 8 and like 16x or 50 and 100. Okay, so, but we don't know, right? We don't know. It's never actually happened before where we had 7 green altcoin monthly candles in a row like that, but never say never. Now, I guess on the good news, friends, this is the Ethereum CME chart. Right, Ethereum is around 3767 right now. It's around going to open up here. What I like to see is this. It's going around and it's stalling. Okay, see when crypto stalls, when you're going up and you stall like that, it means a big move's coming. Okay, I'll show you in the past as well. Anything where you have the momentary stalling pullback, like here, that means you are getting ready for the next leg. Boop. Beautiful to see. What you don't want to see is where it's like one red and then like 1, 2, 3 green candles like that. That's usually the end. You see? It's usually the end at the top. Everything just keeps piling on top of each other. But for now, it's doing pretty good. We all know all the shorts are trapped here. Ethereum, the most cucked assets. Everyone on Soylana says it's gone to 0. We'll see. We do know that there's big key levels above there, and then we'll just have to play it as it comes after that point. So, overall, still believing. Here is the weekend. We've got August soon. We've had one green monthly candle on others BTC. Let's see if we can get number 2. Like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you in the next one.